In this tutorial, we're going to present the main commands for setting breakpoints in UDB. UDB provides three main commands for setting breakpoints: break, Tbreak, and Rbreak. In addition, there are a couple of commands for setting hardware-assisted breakpoints, which are not going to be covered in this tutorial. The primary command for setting a breakpoint is break. This will set a breakpoint at the address referred to by the argument we provide. Break accepts a number of types of arguments: a function name. In this case, the breakpoint will be set on the first instruction inside the function we specified. A line number, corresponding to the line of code where we want execution to stop. An offset value. This represents the distance in lines of code from where execution has stopped towards the line where we want to set the breakpoint. A fourth option is to provide an instruction's address. Finally, we can even call break without any argument, in which case it will set a breakpoint on the next instruction to be executed. To demonstrate UDB's breakpoint setting commands, we're going to use a program that implements a number of sorting algorithms. First, we need to load it in UDB. Let's put a breakpoint on line 18 of the debugging and another one on its main function. Notice that each breakpoint is uniquely identified by its number, corresponding to the order in which it was created. This order, however, has no relation to the order in which breakpoints are hit. If we run the debugging now, we can see that the second breakpoint was hit first. This is to be expected, of course, since the program's execution starts with the main function. Resuming execution through the continue command will lead to the first breakpoint being hit. If we want to set a breakpoint by specifying an offset, the syntax is break plus or minus the offset value. To exemplify this alternative, we will set a breakpoint 2 lines before and another one 8 lines after line 18, where execution has stopped. Additionally, we can set a breakpoint on a specific instruction address. Let's switch to the assembler layout for better visibility on the program's assembler instructions and their addresses. As an example, we will set a breakpoint on the jump if greater instruction from this insertion sort function at offset 95. Now let's check the status of our breakpoints. We will use the info breakpoints command. This command shows us all the relevant information concerning the breakpoints that are currently set within our debugging session. We can see that we have 5 breakpoints defined. The first 2 have been hit, and the other 3 have never been hit. Finally, we can call break without any argument. In such a situation, break sets a breakpoint at the next instruction to be executed in the selected stack frame. Notice that in this case, the newly created breakpoint number 6 is pointing towards the same line 18 as breakpoint 1 is. Due to breakpoint 1, execution has stopped just before line 18, hence calling break without any argument has placed a new breakpoint on this line. Another command that UDB provides is Tbreak. Tbreak follows the same syntax as break, the only difference being that breakpoints set for Tbreak are automatically deleted after they are hit for the first time. Let's use Tbreak for setting a temporary breakpoint on the previous line. If we run the info breakpoints command, we can see that this new breakpoint is to be deleted, whereas the other breakpoints will be kept. Let's check that this actually happens. Having resumed execution, the temporary breakpoint was hit. If we continue the debugging, however, execution will no longer stop on line 17. In fact, the breakpoint has already been deleted, as can be seen by through the info breakpoints command. The third breakpoint setting command provided by UDB is Rbreak. This is used for setting multiple breakpoints on functions with names matching a regular expression. In our program, we will use Rbreak for setting breakpoints on all functions with name ending in sort. We can see that breakpoints have been created for each of the 3 sort functions. Also, the info breakpoints command confirms the new breakpoints that have been created. In this tutorial, we have presented the 3 main commands for setting breakpoints in UDB: break, tbreak, and rbreak. We use break for setting breakpoints that will be active throughout the debugging session. Tbreak is used for setting breakpoints that will be deleted after their first hit, whereas Rbreak can be used for setting breakpoints on multiple functions at once. For more information, visit undo.io/UDB.